All right, welcome back. Episode 101 of Scarlet and Blue Show. And we finally have a good, let me rephrase that. We finally have a fantastic matchup this week. Number 5, Hoosiers. Number 2, Buckeyes, your Buckeyes, Garrison. We'll
Yeah.
talk about that one. Of course, Michigan fighting for bowl eligibility. He's got Northwestern. Playoff, committee, drama, all of it. I'm excited. Got a lot to talk about here. It's going to be a fun episode.
Free, look out now. The sideline, forget about it. This baby's over.
Oh, my goodness. One man. Goodbye. Hello, Heisman.
And most especially in 310 days in Ann Arbor, Michigan, on the football field.
Another block. One more. He's got it. Touchdown. No flag.
Samuel cuts it back. Ohio State wins.
Here's the run again. Donovan Edwards. Whoa. Can they catch him? No. Donovan Edwards again. The down.
All right, before we kick off, Stock DeBar, STOCKDABR, is the vodka to drink responsibly, of course. Stock DeBar, delicious vodka, smooth taste, the purpose. Every portion of the bottle sold goes to the Boys and Girls Club. So get yours at stockdebar.com. Hoosiers coming to town, Garrison. Lots to talk about here. Lots to dive into because we can go a lot of different directions here. What do you want to start with, given your team and everything going on right now? There's a lot.
Well, let's start with this, man. It's with Seth McLaughlin going out. That feels like a gut punch, man. It's a liver punch. We lost Josh Simmons against Oregon. He was looking really good at that time, and he was gonna be a first or second round pick coming into this upcoming draft. I'm stuck at pronouncing our other left guard's name, but he got injured before, during the same time, and then we lost now Seth McLaughlin. And the worst part is, man, you can lose your guards, you can lose your right tackle, specifically because we have a right-handed thrower. But when you lose your left tackle and your center, that's tough.
Those are the two you can't lose.
Yeah, and over the last 2 weeks, our offensive lines looked really good after the Nebraska game. We try to figure it out, but now we're in a position where we have to do it again. And so I guess because I've seen them work it out once already, and it worked very well, I'm giving them the benefit of the doubt beforehand, just for right now. But I'm very concerned about that, especially going deep into in terms of going for a deep playoff run. I have go ahead real quick. I have 5 points I want to give about this.
Okay, all right, very good. Well, I'll jump in and then you can go off on your 5 points. I would poke fun at Seth McLaughlin. I made comments about him last year with the Rose Bowl snafus, but the guy has played really freaking well in the stats.
Like an All-American.
All-American, his Pro Football Focus rankings, pretty much seems like, I'm not going to sit here and say I've won over all of the Buckeyes offensive line metrics, but it feels like by all accounts, he's been phenomenal. Yeah. And that's a sucky loss, man. Take rivalries all out of it. That's a sucky loss for a kid, a young man, especially with Ohio State looking for a title run. That's brutal. And then, as you mentioned, Josh Simmons, to your left tackle, who I know he got some flack last year, and he came along this year.
And he came out,
has played well, and then he goes down to. It's just for the former athletes that you and I are, never at that level, but big time. Love the game. To see that happen is just that's not fun. And Michigan had it with Zach Zinter last year.
Someone's having fun back there.
Can you hear that? Yeah.
Yeah.
This mic picks up everything. The little one's screaming for some reason upstairs. But yes. So that sucks, man. Sucks.
But no, so I like I said, I have 5 points. And the first one I already said, Carson Hinsman. I'm really concerned. I'm not concerned. I'm worried about whether we keep him at left guard or we bring him back to center, or like I said, we keep him at left guard and we bring in Prebula. I mean, he's had some snaps, but I would prefer Hinsman stay at left guard right now. I prefer that because there's something worked on that left side of the offensive line. Like, yes, it's our center, but it's just our center from that new rendition of 5 that we had. So
Okay.
it's still important though. Like, it worries me about what we do there. My other one is Will's mobility. I think that Chip and Ryan are going to plan to use it more now with another offensive lineman down. I think it's very important that he's mobile because we don't know what it's going to look like here in the next few weeks. We don't know. More zone blocking instead of doing a lot of pulling. I think you'll probably do more zone because that's the easiest way, and that allows Travion and Judkins just to do what they do. Let them make their own free movements. We'll be a first down offense by far. I think how we run the ball in the on first down is very important, and you can say that for a lot of teams, and probably for everybody. But I think even more so for us, not knowing what the offensive line is going to look like, it's very important that we do that. And then my last one, quick passes.
What? Wait, broke
quick,
up.
Quick passes.
Quick passes.
Quick passes, man. Like, if we want to throw deep here and there, yes. But until we know Will's protected, don't try it.
I like those. Those are 5 strong points. Indiana has some strength at the defensive line.
Mm-hmm.
How concerned are you with that?
I was concerned before the injury. Now I'm god awful frightened. Like,
okay.
Like I posted, I think the Saturday or the next day after the game, and I said the only thing that worries me is that, like, the last 2 weeks we've seen Ohio State come together as an offensive line, 2 straight games of 170 plus rushing yards. I think the starting offensive line hasn't been they haven't been penalized in the last 2 games. That worries me. I was worried before going against the second best rush defense, which somewhat proved themselves against Michigan. Somewhat did, but they have all season. And then, I mean, Ohio State's second in sacks in the conference behind, guess who? Indiana. So with the right side of the offensive line already like somewhat being a question mark, but they haven't looked bad. They're just okay. And now with more injuries, it's gonna be really interesting to see how we line up against them on that.
Yeah, no doubt about it. Okay, all right.
But I'll leave you with this. In the third quarter, Ohio State averages 12.1 points per game. Indiana 8.7. Ohio State though is the number. We lead in third quarter deficit. We only give up 0.9 points per quarter in the third. Indiana gives up 4.1. I think right there is where we win the game. I think right after halftime, I used, when we talked about your guys' game against Indiana, I said that this will be the most talented team they play all year by far. And so a lot of what I think Indiana could do against us, I based off of the game against you guys.
Yeah, it's a good point. It'll be interesting to see what comes from this because you can look at the Michigan game and Indiana looked bad in the second half on offense. So is that Michigan being really good? Is it Indiana not being as good? Also, is it Indiana facing their first real test? And now that kind of almost woke them up, but it's Indiana. Yeah, they need to be woken up. That's I don't know what it's going to be. If I did, I'd be rich, but I'll be very curious to see what happens on Saturday from that.
Oh yeah, for sure. I asked you last week, so I ask again. If Will Howard comes out and balls out in this game, is this a Heisman game?
I hope he does.
With knowing Curtis Wark is 5th in the odds.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, if he has a big showing, let's say he runs for or passes for 275, runs for 125. Maybe
Run for one. He has a run for 125.
Er,
How about 300 passing, 20 rushing yards, 4
300
touchdowns?
passing yards. All right, how about fine. What'd you say? 375? 300 and then 75 rushing?
300 passing, like 25 rushing. He's not getting 75 rushing, Bryce. He doesn't even average that.
We just talked about him being more mobile.
Yeah, but Bryce, that doesn't just mean you're rushing. That means getting out of the pocket, extending plays, things of that nature.
All right, you're talking about his elusiveness in the pocket to extend plays. Okay, I thought you were implying.
I mean,
that.
it means running too, but no, he has to be more mobile. Yeah, you got it.
Because I think Will Howard in his zone read option offense is deadly, and there's part of me that thinks Chip Kelly's holding on to that.
Oh yeah, we barely ran it this year. Barely.
When you did, you got big first downs. To think about Penn State.
So I mean, it's they listen, man. Our offense is just like, hey, what Tupac asked, how do you want it?
I'll do everything in my power to fight the Will Howard Heisman. Don't worry, but there could be a point where it could be he could do too much, and it could be too perfect for him. Do you think it's locked up?
What was your question?
Do you think the Heisman's locked up with
Genty or Hunter?
Hunter, yeah.
It's one of those two. I think without a doubt.
Yeah.
Unless one of these quarterbacks does something completely. I mean, over the next 3 weeks here, unless someone really takes hold of it, then I think it'll be one of those two. It's one of the weakest Heisman years I've ever seen.
Yeah, it really has. So Oregon, they have Washington. They have one more game left. So they have Washington, and they're automatically they're guaranteed in the Big Ten championship. So he's got 2 more shots. Washington game at time has not been announced yet. So see if that's a night game. That's never good for Heisman chance. But yeah, if he goes off and then he plays you guys, and he has a big night, maybe he could sneak in and win it. But yeah, it feels like it's locked.
Yeah.
When was your guys' last Heisman? Was it Troy?
Yeah.
Troy Smith, 2006.
Yes. And we're still tied for the most.
I just can't have you. I can't. Well, wait, I thought USC with Reggie Bush getting his back.
I've always counted his. Wait, no, yeah, that would give them. Does that give them the record then over Notre Dame, Ohio State, Oklahoma?
Yeah, they have 8. Caleb Williams, Reggie Bush, Matt Leinart, Carson Palmer, Marcus Allen.
Yeah, I think that. The others have 7 then.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. I just can't have you guys win another one.
Yeah, I'm not mad about that. But good for Reggie. He deserves it.
Absolutely. All right, 14.5. Or sorry, 13.5, not 14.
Yeah, no. Since the injury, it's gone up to 13.5. Since the injury.
Wait, it's gone up since the injury?
Yeah, it was 12.5. The injury happened, and then after it went 13.5. I'm so serious. I'm not.
It opened at 11.5, and now it's at wow.
It was 12.5 earlier this morning.
What'd you pick?
I think we're blowing their doors off. I really do. I really do. Listen.
You think so?
All right, so let's go back to the Michigan game. And I'll be quick about this. I thought that everything that I need to see happened. I got to see you guys lose, but I got to see what I somewhat called out. And you did too. I thought that eventually the depth and talent of Michigan, even though they're not a better team. Remember I told you before when it came to Ohio State and Michigan over the last couple of years, I think Ohio State was more talented. That does not mean we're a better team. So, though Indiana was a better team, you can clearly see who had more Jimmys and who had more Joes. It was Michigan. And it continued to wear on Indiana into the fourth quarter. For much of that second half, if not all of it, they were dead. They were dead. Michigan, like you guys literally drugged them into the deep waters with your defense, just for them to get one more gas of air left out of the last second. I don't think they're gonna let them. I don't think Huskies gonna let them do that. Not at this stadium. Not by the Olentangy River. Not by the banks of it. No siree. No. Well, and I respect Indiana. I think they're a good team. I think regardless of what happens in this game, they should still be in the playoff. Do I think they can? Do I think I've kind of also assisted in the overhyping of them? Maybe so. But I still think that's a good team. You don't go 10-0 on accident. You don't.
Yeah.
But Michigan was different. Was much more talented than the other teams they played. Someone's knocking at your door. Welcome to the Big Boys Club. Well, let's see if they can hang. That's all I want to see. This isn't Urban Meyer's Ohio State. This is not Urban Meyer's Ohio State. Like Oregon beating us, understandable. Michigan's best 3 teams ever. Hey, it happened. Indiana? No.
Kirk, I hope you're listening, man. We need you here.
Ohio
the whole country needs you.
Ohio State sucks. And it's funny. I've told you over the last
Wait. What?
He said Ohio State sucks. He said that.
In the press conference. I thought you were just saying that. I was okay.
Why would I say that?
I know. I was confused.
But no, all the things that. Oh man, wait a second. Let me pull this up for you real quick. I just couldn't believe when I saw this. This was CBS, and they were talking about the Ohio State Indiana game, and they go and pick the games. I can't find it right now. 3 of the 4 guys in the panel picked for Indiana, and I'm sitting there mind blown. I'm mind blown.
Wow.
Who the hell do you think we are? Just who the hell do you think we are? Who are you messing with? Come on, man. Indiana's not winning this game. By hell or high water, they are not winning this game.
Okay.
And Matt, dude, only Indiana fan I know of. You're awesome. We need to have them. I should have actually come on the show this week. I was just too busy. But dude, there's just no way on God's green earth.
Okay.
Oh no. You have a better chance of being struck by lightning than my life. I've never seen this. I've never seen Indiana beat Ohio State. I've never seen it. You can't blame me for being like, I understand that I'm a arrogant Ohio State fan. Most of us are. But Bryce, can you blame me for feeling this way about Indiana? If I've never seen it.
Yeah. Well, no,
it's been 36 years.
Up until COVID, they didn't beat Michigan for that long either. So
but now they've done it 2 in the last 5. So it's kind of
all right. Picking selective stats.
I'm just saying. So I don't know. And it's not that they can't. Like I said, they're a good team. But I think we're gonna blow their doors off by a smooth 14-20 between there.
Wow. Okay. 14-20. Boom.
No, not 14-20.
No, I know. 14 or 20.
Yeah, I think it'll be close in the first half.
Okay, let's talk about
in that third quarter I brought up to you. There's a 4-point difference for them in the third quarter. We almost have an 11-point difference.
Yeah. Okay. All right. So talking about Indiana here, and I think the conversation is super interesting about their placement in the college football standings right now, college football standings. What do you make of all of this? Do you think they're being disrespected, or do you think it's fair?
I think it's fair.
You do.
And the reason is because their strength of schedule was no different from Michigan's last year. Their strength of schedule was no different than Georgia's, and I think over the last 2021 or 2 was no different. So and listen, Texas has played nobody. Why are they as high? Why are they as high as they are then?
Right.
Then it's about brand at this point. And I hate that. Everyone say, why is Georgia that low? Well, here's the truth of the matter. Yes, Georgia came back against Alabama. Dude, you were getting your arse kicked for most of that game. It was 28-0, 35-7. That's what the score was to the game. Then you drop another, but it wasn't just you dropped it. Ole Miss dropped you on your head. Like they dismantled you. And then, yeah, you have that win against Texas. Maybe Texas, and I hate this. I'm not going to use this word, fraudulent. I hate that word. But maybe Texas has more things that they can work on. Dude, you guys have dropped 2 games, and both of them you got smacked around. It wasn't like Georgia barely lost these games. And yes, Ole Miss is really good. Bama is pretty good. I mean, we lost to Vanderbilt, so I don't really know anymore. They dropped 2 games also on themselves. And so,
Okay.
I think Indiana's right where they need to be, and they have a chance. And they have a chance to prove that they belong.
Yeah, I mean, the question really becomes why they're placed where they are now, and you look at their schedule, and they'll play 7 of the 8 bottom teams in the Big Ten when this is all said and done. So when they finish out with Purdue.
Yep.
And then if they don't beat you guys, that's it. So they don't have a top there's 18 teams in the Big Ten. So if top half victory in that conference if they don't win Saturday.
How many Bryce, real quick, how many times have we heard this quote for programs like yours and mine? You can only play who's on the schedule. How many times have we heard that for big programs like yours and mine? Now it doesn't and this isn't to you. I'm talking about for everyone else.
Yeah.
Now this doesn't. It's not the same for Indiana.
Yeah, because even if you want to look at Michigan last year, I think that's in some ways a fair comparison. But Michigan also came off of 2 consecutive playoff performances before that with a lot of returning talent. So it's like they had the benefit of a doubt. This is a completely unknown team. And yeah, if they were a bigger brand, I think they'd get a better ranking, a better standing.
Were you guys not unknown in 2021?
Well, I think you said you were comparing us to last year's Michigan team.
No, but I know, but this is just another example though. You said they're unknown. You guys were unknown in 2021. You were.
Because by this point of the season, we would have beat Penn State.
You started
lost to Michigan State. Started unranked. So when I just remember when we beat Michigan State, we were 7 and they were 8. We were 6 and they were 7 when those rankings came out. And then I don't think we dropped at all. And then
you mean wait? I thought you guys lost them in 2021.
We lost to Michigan State. Yeah, we were ranked higher than them. The next week.
Yeah. I forgot about that. Yeah, wow.
Oh yeah, that made little bro very upset.
Understandably.
Super understandably. But now you're looking at Georgia, who's ranked ahead of Tennessee, even though Tennessee beat. Oh no, they beat Georgia, or they beat Tennessee. I don't know why.
Yeah, they beat Tennessee.
So, anyways. Yeah, dude, I don't know. I think it's interesting. So if Indiana,
I don't think Tennessee's all that good. I think they are there by name. I think they are there by name.
That's what I was going to say because
it's same as why is Missouri still ranked in the AP? Like what? Dude, it's a lot of bias.
CFP.
The CFP. I'm sorry. Listen, there's a lot of even Josh Pate, the president of college football, dude. There's a lot of SEC shills. A lot of them, and it just amazed like Paul Feinbaum, and I'm not surprised by him. It just amazed me how, like, asking about Penn State as if it's just wild that they're ranked there is insane to me. Why is it? Is it Penn State's fault that they're not dropping games? I thought they could only play the schedule they had.
Yeah, but so why is Penn State ahead of Indiana?
Perception.
Yeah. Okay. Right. So I don't think they should be, but then I agree with you. Like I think they should also be the top 5 team.
And because and also I'll say this also that Indiana, just like Penn State Penn State just like Indiana has handled every team they played. It's just that Penn State is the only one that's had to go and face an Ohio State. So we're gonna see what Indiana is all about.
Yeah, correct.
Because Penn State was still able to keep Ohio State. Ohio State only. I don't know. We actually dominated Penn State, so we just didn't score a lot. So I think that's what the difference would be to see how many points that they can score on our defense.
Yeah, real quick fact check. When Michigan State beat Michigan, they were 3. Michigan was 7, and then by the Week 11 rankings, when Michigan State lost to Purdue, then they.
Oh yeah. They shouldn't have lost that game though. Was that the game he got hurt?
K9?
Yeah.
Did he get? I think he just kind of got shut down. When people don't talk about that game enough with where Michigan got to, because they look back at the 21 season and you see all the highlights, but no one talks about Purdue beating Penn State, because if Purdue doesn't beat Penn State, or not Penn State, Purdue doesn't beat Michigan State had the tiebreaker over Michigan, and Michigan would have gone to the Big Ten championship.
Yeah.
So I will forever love Purdue. Forever love Purdue.
Wow.
Because that victory in West Lafayette saved our season. Boiler.
I did not think about that. Wow.
Mm-hmm. People don't talk about that. All right. Yeah, dude. I think it's be interesting. So if Indiana loses by 7, are they safe? Are they still in?
Oh, all right. This isn't my opinion. You asked me what I think they'll do. If they lose by 7, they'll stay in the top 12. If they lose by 20, they're out. They'll kick them out of there.
I agree.
Which they shouldn't, but they will.
Yeah. This is big. This is big for. So then I heard someone say, "Don't play Curtis Rourke," so that it's almost like an asterisk game, and then have him come back. So like,
yeah, I saw that. I saw that. That was what's his name? Buckeye fan. I can't even think of it right now. Yeah, no.
I saw someone tweet it.
No. And let's talk about. Oh, wait. Let's talk about these SEC coaches. Lane Kiffin, but people talking about like not wanting to play their conference championship game. You see what Urban Meyer said about that?
Yeah, I did. As he should.
Dude, like what are we talking about?
Yeah.
I heard in Spaces fans talk. I heard Oregon fans talking about them. Like, what are we talking about here? You don't care about winning the conference? I don't believe you. And actually, the thing is, maybe as a fan, you don't. Maybe as a fan, you're that low as a college ball fan to where you don't have a single like a cell of a soul in your body to where you don't care about winning the conference championship because you're not a purist like Bryce and I are. You're just some tag-along fan that came around the last 10 years in college football. I know every single player on that team you cheer for cares about winning the conference. Maybe you don't as a weird fan. Those players care. Trust me, they do. One guy, I remember one Oregon fan said to me that he says, "No, we don't care about that. We only care about winning the Natty." I said, maybe you. I said, you're going to sit here and tell me that Dan Lanning doesn't want to win the Big Ten?
Oh, I'm calling BS on whoever says that. That's crazy.
How daft are you? Like, it's just Lane Kiffin. You're going to sit here with your lying eyes and tell me that if you saw it in your future that you won the SEC title, you wouldn't take it. Lane, think about all the trolling you could do if you won the SEC.
That's just it. I agree with you really the whole way. And I'd add one maybe caveat to that. I think if you're a Nick Saban Alabama, your expectation and goals is a national championship. SEC championship's great. But it's not a national championship for Alabama. If you're Oregon, who's never won a national championship, if you're Ole Miss, who hasn't sniffed the playoff this entire time, you don't get to say that. No. And even shoot, I mean, Michigan's recent history, like I still would love. Like it's basically saying you're not above your conference championship. And I think there's very few
Mhm.
schools that are. I think maybe
Hey,
Clemson and the
dude,
ACC.
there's
Maybe.
not a lot of no. Listen, that's something Oregon fans are gonna have to learn in this conference. You're not bigger than. You're not even a top 3 brand in the Big Ten.
No, yeah.
So
You guys
it,
got to beat them. They got to. They can't come in here year one and win the conference.
I don't know. Listen, like I told you last time, and I didn't tell you this, but at the end of the year, there'll be one standing, and it won't be them.
Attaboy. Attaboy.
It won't be them.
Don't get me wrong. I'll be cheering for them when they play you guys, but also you can't let that happen.
You're
You
weak.
can't let that happen.
You're so weak.
You know who's not weak when you need him?
Our lives
Dillon
are a
Richards.
collection of experiences, moments of happiness or times of great loss. First homes, new babies, property loss, even heartache. Knowing that your insurance provider is always close by offers comfort. At Farm Bureau Insurance, the experience you get with our local trusted advisors is different. From financial security to a helping hand, Farm Bureau understands the experience matters. Find an agent who can protect what matters to you.
Got to figure out why it cuts out at the end. I have no idea why it does that, but shout out Dillon. He's the man. If you're in Michigan, get some insurance through him, home auto, all the good stuff. There's a little tractor in his logo, so I think there's farming insurance of some sort, agricultural insurance. We'll see.
Mm-hmm.
Check him out. The link is below in the bio, as it is for Stocked Bar. So show them some support and love, please. All right. We got Northwestern coming to town. It's a 3:30 game, and I will be in an airplane during this game, so no one say anything. So just hopefully I can watch it. It's Southwest. There's sometimes TV on there. Plus, I think that game's CBS.
Bryce, why don't you just get Wi-Fi, like buy the Wi-Fi on the plane? Just buy the Wi-Fi.
I got 2 kids' mouths to feed. Can't afford paying Wi-Fi.
Dude, it's like $12.
I think it's like $8.
Dude, what are you talking about?
They got TV. Yeah, this is obviously a must-win for a multitude of reasons. It's Northwestern, and it's all for bowl eligibility, which is crazy. Crazy to say. But here we are. We won a national championship last year, in case you forgot. Did you forget that?
Only a weak man would say such a thing.
Yeah. We're 10.5-point favorites.
You guys do you think you're covering that?
Yes. No, I don't. No.
Yeah.
No.
I thought, Bryce, I'm ashamed.
No, you're not.
I really am.
I am too, man. This is too talented of a team to finish the year 6-6, 5-7, 7-5. I don't care, whatever it is, whatever that year is going to end in. It's disappointing. And Sherrone Moore, So you asked the question in our notes: is this a make or break game for Moore?
Yeah.
And I would say no. It's not a make or break game. It is a huge game because if you lose, going to Columbus and winning to be bowl eligible is a tall order.
Next
as
to
stated
nothing.
previously.
It ain't happening. Say what? It ain't
We'll
happening.
see. We'll get there. We'll get there, buddy boy. We'll get there. You got to beat Northwestern, and you have to go bowling. I don't think bowl games really matter as much as they do, but in terms of program trajectory, fan hope, excitement, belief, those things matter, and those things can grow over the next month while you have bowl prep and you've got recruiting stuff, and that stuff is super important. And to blow that with as much talent on this team is unacceptable. I think I think beating Michigan State was big. That's a rival. They're not very good. And I want to ask you about that because I saw you tweet. I didn't watch the clip of Valenti, but I'm going to watch it after this. I have the tab open. But the tough times over in Spartanville right now. But you beat them, which was good. You had to do that. But everything else really has been a disappointment. And so we'll see, man. I like their quarterback. What's his name? Jack Losh, right? He's a transfer from Iowa.
Really mobile, very athletic. Yeah.
Very athletic. very mobile. I haven't heard any reports of anyone sitting out, which again, man, all the respect to those guys. I've said this many times. I wouldn't blame them for a second if those projected first round draft picks bailed,
Well,
but they're not.
No, not Mikey, but Will, been melded in.
I think he was supposed to come back. I heard last week, and then I heard maybe he'll come back for the Ohio State game.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think he's coming back.
Me either.
Go sign that check, my guy. Go sign that check. We'll miss you. So yeah, dude, I'm excited, fired up. I think it's a winnable game. 10.5 point favorites. I don't think we're covering that, but I'm here for it.
So, look, man. For me, I do think this is somewhat of a make or break game for Sherrone Moore. There are going to be coaches on the market this offseason. There are some on the market now.
I thought I heard that somewhere, but like who? I also heard the opposite. I heard that there's not many coaches. So, are there any names that we're hearing?
Yeah, Tyler Herman.
Success, like significant.
McElwain won't be one of them because he's retired.
Oh, yeah. Hey, he's had a great career. He wants to spend time with his family. Don't judge him for that.
But no, I mean Tyler Herman. I don't know
who.
Herman,
Texas old coach, your old OC.
I heard this, and I actually wouldn't be mad about it. If Loxley is gone, would you rather have him or Sherrone?
Oh, Sherrone. I'm not impressed with Loxley whatsoever.
Are you impressed? What impresses you about Sherrone?
Well, it's his first season. Give him a chance.
I've seen a lot of coaches in their first season that young, and they ball out.
Yeah. No, he's got work to do. I'm not going to just throw that away. But what in the world have you seen at Mike Loxley that makes you want him to be the coach of your program?
He can actually make an offense look somewhat good.
So they may look good, but the results don't lead to anything.
Well, he's working with Maryland, not Michigan talent.
Look in Indiana.
Who do you think is more impressive as a play caller, Loxley or Sherrone Moore?
I mean, Sherrone Moore was offensive coordinator for national championship.
Right. Yeah, but right now it looks like it's looking funny in the light now. It looks like it was all hardball.
Yeah, but we don't know if Sherrone's calling plays, who's calling plays. Again, that's a detriment to him as a head coach. But if you want to talk about him as a play caller, team went to the national championship and won it. So I don't.
Dude, who's been more impressive as a play caller, Sherrone Moore or Mike Loxley?
I'm going to go with Sherrone Moore.
That's insane.
Well, I don't know what in the world we're talking about where Loxley is a more appealing coach.
No, I'm just bringing out. You asked me about names. I think Loxley's a better coach than him. Still, I'll still take Mike Loxley over him. Sherrone Moore has not showed me. He showed me he's incapable of even putting together a staff.
Yeah,
he's incapable of working the media. He's incapable of knowing how to speak after halftimes. I mean after games and halftimes. He's incapable of using clock management. He's incapable of knowing how to challenge plays. He's incapable.
All right.
Like
enough.
I don't like. I can go on for days about how terrible of a coach he is.
He's also has
Mike
more
Loxley
or less experience, and Moore's got work to do. Don't get it twisted. He needs.
I think you got really upset at the fact that I was just spitting facts.
I was upset. You were ragging on my coach. Unacceptable.
Oh man, but
Loxley's
you know
54. Sherrone's 38.
I'll tell you what, listen, Jordan didn't like this take. I can care less if he likes this take or not. Because it's not just me that Jory, yeah. It's not just me that feels this way. Hatchet does on another black man on the radio on 97.1. He thought the same thing as me. I don't think Michigan wants to be the program to fire their first black coach in his first year or second year. And Jory was saying, like, you think Michigan's even thinking about that? I mean, you're damn straight they are. Yes.
No, I just.
Oh man, Bryce.
They're not. They can't. It's not this year.
I'll put not right now. But could they have
No.
if you had another terrible year next year?
Oh, yeah. Oh, 100%
No,
next year. Yes.
that's why I said they don't want to be in charge of firing him this year or the next. Not that early. And he might think that means nothing, but and I'm not saying he's gonna get fired because he's black. I'm saying Michigan doesn't want to be in that position.
Well, yeah. Well, no program wants to be in that position, but yes,
Something crazy.
he's got. Grow up. He's got to figure out next year for sure.
Yeah.
Like, he can't go 7-5, 6-6, 5-10.
Yeah.
That's unacceptable. But Locke, we'll put that one out there. See what people say.
What about Ty Herman?
No.
Okay, I'm just asking. These are coaches.
Tom Herman, the former Texas, former Ohio State OC.
Yep.
Is he at FI? Where is he now?
He's
FAU?
gone. He's gone.
Is he the coach at FAU now?
Got fired.
So you think we should hire a coach that got fired from Texas?
Your coach did it already with your defensive coordinator. Why not do it again? I'm sorry. I might have said head coach. I mean as an OC. Bring them in as an OC.
Oh, that's not what you said.
Yeah, I'm
you
sorry.
You said as a head coach to replace Moore.
No, I'm sorry. That's not what I meant.
Well, then that's a whole nother conversation.
Yeah. Okay.
I'm sorry.
I didn't mean to waste your time there. Sorry.
Well, we went a completely different direction than what
it was fun.
You wanted it to go.
It allowed me to brag on him.
That's it. We apologize because the circumstances.
No, he still sucks.
No, you apologize. Those circumstances were not fair.
Sherrone Moore, I will never apologize to you. I think you suck as a head coach.
He's undefeated against you guys.
I think you suck as a head coach.
You suck as a head coach.
Never been one.
I do like the idea of bringing a coach in, though. I like what Nebraska's doing with Dana Holgerson. You got it right. I don't know. Whatever his name is. Don't hate that. Also, too, man, if Michigan, it's going to be really interesting to see. Because let's say Michigan gets Bryce Underwood. Let's just say.
Yeah.
Kurt Campbell's part of that picture. So does he commit with knowing that Kirk's gone? Or he wants Kirk to be there?
Just make him the quarterback coach. He should have never been the OC.
Yeah. I just think dude, I mean, like, if you commit and then the OC's gone, I have to imagine that's part of his agreement if he were to come to Michigan.
Just make him the quarterback. Listen, Sherrone Moore, you've been a weak man all year as a coach. Do it right. No, he has been. Do what Ryan Day did. Last year he tried to give the car. He gave one of the car keys to his wide receivers coach.
That did go poorly.
He gave him part of the keys.
He's got to go. Brian Hartline's got to get a promotion somewhere.
And Hartline, no, he didn't do a good job. So what happened? Hey, Unc. My nephew over here can't handle the car. He can't handle the G-Wagon. I need you to come over here.
Yeah.
That's what Chip did. Go ahead, Sherrone Moore. Show us you're not the fun-loving uncle. You're actually daddy of the program. Go show us.
So did you see who's coming on for the rest of the season? Biff Poggi, whatever his name is.
Biff?
Yeah, Biff Poggi. He was on staff with Harbaugh, and many attribute the success and the turnaround to him. He was instrumental to the program. Then he went to coach to Charlotte and got fired.
Oh, him? Well, I thought. Oh, okay.
It's good. Well, you want to talk about experienced seasoned leadership coming in. That's a good acquisition for Sherrone.
That's not going to change the fact. Like, you mean like for the years ahead or this year?
For the current state of the program. Just trust me, it's a good hire.
I'm saying, all right, we're agreeing. Like for the years to come.
Yes.
You're saying?
If he sticks around.
What does he coach? What does he do? Is he just
I don't know. He doesn't coach a position.
Is he the team motivator?
He actually might be.
I don't care.
Do you know his story?
No, I don't know his story. I don't know his story.
All right. Well, we don't have a ton of time because you got to bounce to those guys.
Yeah, I don't want to.
rivalry, but
I don't care about this.
and then you see Don Brown got fired.
Yes, I did see that. I did.
Tough. R.I.P. coach. All right. Well, what?
You got any picks?
I forgot about picks.
Oh, okay. Well, then I'll give mine.
All right. You give
Let me
yours.
know. All right. So first, I have Marshall money line versus Old Dominion. Marshall's a better record.
Okay.
No. What? Dude, they've been a good team all year. They actually have a better record than ODU. I was actually very impressed with Marshall when they played at Ohio State, and they are +2 right now. I'm taking the money line. I think they're going to win that game. LSU -7.5 against Vandy. Vandy is a good team. Yeah, I think it is at Vandy, but I think LSU, they get some things wrong that they had last week. I don't think they're still a talented team that is pretty good. I don't think they're going to play that bad again. Give me Notre Dame -14.5 versus those backpackers, Army. Wisconsin versus Nebraska, take the under on 42.5, and then on Michigan Northwestern under 36.5.
You're taking the under 36. Okay.
Yes, I am. I think both you guys suck.
Under hits. No chance.
You don't think you don't think 36? Oh, so you don't think 20 to 10 is a possible score for this game?
I don't think it goes that low. No.
All
right, that'll be our friendly little wager. Guy, add for mine then. Give me the over in that game.
Okay.
You said 36.5?
36.5.
Okay.
I don't think it's changed. Let me make sure it hasn't changed. 1 second here. I can't believe you think that's a bad bet.
I think 21-17 is a could be score.
If you guys let them get 17 points, oh my gosh.
They drove 92 yards on you.
How many points did they have?
Single touchdown, which you clowns didn't even cover.
All right, for some odd reason, this isn't coming up. All right, but yeah, we'll take them 36.5. You'll take that bet, right?
I'll take that. Over 36.5.
That is
all right.
Crazy.
So that's one. Text these to me, and I'll put them on a graphic. We can share it for the record.
Yeah, it opened at 38.5. Now it's 36.5. I think
UCLA's an underdog at home to USC?
Yeah.
Oh, my gosh. Give me UCLA. I'm going to say money line, but +4.5.
I saw Penn State at Minnesota at +12.5. I think that's a good one to take.
Write that down.
Hey, what are you getting your Saturday together?
I am. This is a problem when we record on Wednesday. Thursday's when I dive into the data here. All right, give me UCLA. That's crazy. That one that shocks me. But all right.
Mm-hmm.
Give me that. Is that game at night? That's a night game in Auburn. Texas Auburn.
Is there anything that you have to say about the rankings? Is there anything that surprised you about it?
Well, I looked at what we, our list and how close it is. I just had them up here. Hold on. There we go. I thought Texas A&M being as low as they were, 15 felt low, but if they beat Texas, they're in.
Where do we have them?
We had them at 12.
12, okay.
SMU, let me see, I'll pull up side by side. So Oregon, Ohio State, we had right. Texas, 3, we had right. Then it goes Penn State, Indiana, Notre Dame, which is not what we had. We had Indiana, Notre Dame, Penn State. So that's interesting.
Mm-hmm.
Clemson, number 7 was Bama, which we had 8 Ole Miss, 9 Georgia, and then 10 we had Miami. Miami's 8. So they're higher than they're ahead of those two SEC teams.
Miami shouldn't be that high. I'm just saying. That's crazy now that Boise State would have the 4 seed.
Wait.
You see that?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, man, they would have the 4 seed right now.
Wait, you have the SEC, ACC, Big 12, Big 10.
Yeah, if one of the conferences are just if the P5 is how do they put it? I forgot how they put it. Like if the P5 record is stronger or something like that, or they're ranked higher than they go. So.
Oh wow, that's nuts.
Yeah,
That's a broken system. I'm sorry. Like that, there's got to be a better way to do that. I can't wait to see how this plays out, man.
Especially as like if you're the 9 seed, you're completely screwed.
Yeah. I mean, you with the 14 playoff, you had 1 or 2 controversies most years. Maybe throwing a third team. Most time it was 1 or 2. Now with the seeding and the placement and these situations and having Boise State jump to a 4 seed, like that's just shout out the Broncos, but that's not right. I'm sorry.
Yep.
But you know what? They're 9-1, and their only loss came to Oregon, so maybe we give them credit.
All right, buddy.
All right.
I have
stuff.
I have a busy rest of the week, man.
You do. Yeah, Garrison, you tweeted out, but make sure you're sharing that so everyone can see. I don't think you tweeted out very well. Voice of College Football episode on Monday. You didn't promote that very well.
I'm sorry.
So do a better job because that way we can see. I didn't see it until later. Garrison's going to be a star, buddy.
It was already posted out. Oh, thank you, sweetheart.
Yeah, you got it. Yeah, you just posted, I think, the random link, and it was just kind of like hidden at the bottom.
Bryce, if somehow I ever became some famous star, you would be my handler.
Pause.
Oh my God.
Go blue.